Hi everyone, welcome to Think Woodworks. I'm Izzy Swan and I got a quick tip for you today. We're going to do this in one take, I hope. It seems like every Christmas, no matter what you do, somebody wants a jewelry box. You know, and it seems like every year for as long as I can remember, I end up building at least one jewelry box this year. And this year it happens to be a commission piece for one of my neighbors. One of the little tricky things about jewelry boxes is you're dealing with smaller pieces, and getting those miters, those perfect miters clamped up on the corner here can be a little bit tricky. And there's lots of different clamping solutions out there for that. But I wanted to take a quick second and show you probably the easiest, cheapest, and quickest way of getting a really nice tight miter glue up on your little small boxes. And that's painter's tape. It's real simple, real simple. You just take your miter joints, flip them upside down so that the pointy parts are hitting each other. Get them very tight. Push them together, make sure you got them nice and straight, get them very tight. Take a piece of painter's tape and put it right over the top of that joint. So when you lift it up, that painter's tape will hold that piece into position. And what happens is, as you consecutively fold those pieces, it actually does create a little clamping pressure when you put the glue in there because it wants to pull apart. So I'm going to show you real quick. I've got my corners all clamped, all taped up already now. Ooh. And I've got my bottom ready to go in, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little glue on here. And if you look over here, you'll see these little pieces of green tape or painter's tape I have in the corners on the inside, and that's just so I don't have to worry about any squeeze out. If I get a little glue out there, it doesn't matter. After this thing starts to set up, I'll stop and I'll pull that tape off the inside, and that'll take care of any little squeeze out I get on the inside. It's a nice trick to know. Most guys know that trick already. But, you know, if you didn't, it's a good trick to know. So now that I've got my glue on my miters here, get a little bit on the outside, I'm just going to go ahead and start folding this thing up, and I'm going to put this bottom plate in that I have the dado in here. I'm going to stick this bottom in. So just quite simply, make sure I have the right side up, stick that in there, fold it over, and gently fold that over. Now that bottom, I have this box up here so I have a nice perfect flat surface. And now all I'm going to do is just take another piece of painter's tape. I'm going to hold that miter where it's right perfectly tight there. Put a little pressure on the tape and pull it around that corner. And that really is all the clamping pressure you need to get that really nice tight miter. You know, and the bottom isn't exactly the same size. I've left it about a 1/16 of an inch on two sides to let it have a little floating in, so if that bottom, if it has a little room for flex and shrinkage. So I'm not going to trust that to keep this square. So I just cut this little piece of plywood and I've taken the corner out of it. And all I'm going to do is clamp that right here on one corner. And provided the rest of my box is, you know, the same size, the lengths are all right, what that'll do is that'll hold that in perfect square. So I know that this is square here, and that'll square up these other sides as long as my cuts are all right. And I'll just double check that real quick. A little cross side measurement here. Looks like 20 3/8. And I gotta move my clamp. And 20 3/8 is perfect. So anyway, if you're going to build a jewelry box or do any small boxes where you need to clamp up those miter joints and you want to get them exactly perfect without a whole bunch of fussing around or going out and buying clamps, painter's tape is a great way of doing it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, I'm on Facebook. I'll put a link down below. You guys, if you haven't seen some of my other videos, I also did a video on this where you can do really long miters using painter tape for a really nice finish. So thanks for watching. Everybody have a great night.